Now get this, a retired union lobbyist, his name is David Piccioli, he's substituted as a teacher for one day. He's now eligible for $31,485 in pension benefits. Now, the state's retirement board scaled back his benefits once the deal was exposed. But now, Piccioli is suing the city to keep it. $31,485. Jeff Flock is in Chicago. Go. Just give us a state of play.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is a tough one, even by Illinois standards and Chicago standards, Stuart. Indeed, he says this was legal. There was a state law that was passed that enables him to use that one day of substitute teaching. He taught history, by the way, in Springfield, Illinois, for one day, got paid $93, and now this pension of more than $31,000 is potentially his. You're right. He's David Piccioli. He is 65 years old and a union lobbyist, mainly for the teachers union. Here's why this is bigger than even this one case, because there's a state constitution provision which says pensions cannot be diminished after they're delivered. This goes to the heart of whether the state's pension fund can be restructured in some way so it doesn't run out of money. If this guy wins his case, it could be curtains for the whole pension fund.
Very interesting, Jeff. Thanks for laying out the groundwork there. I've got the judge still with me who's going to give a more legalistic, not necessarily constitutional, but certainly a legalistic approach.
Well, I share Jeff's dismay. Under the law of the state of Illinois, this is a valid and lawful pension increase, but the law is wrong. It is unjust. It rapes the treasury of the state of Illinois. This is why we have judges and not computers deciding these cases, and a judge should invalidate that statute and deny this absurd increase over one day of work.
Now that's breaking new legal ground. You mean to say that a deal signed, sealed, delivered legally later on can be upset and overturned? You think that's legit?
Absolutely. That's
on the grounds that they gamed the system to get those benefits?
Yes, on the grounds that this is legalized theft, that the Democrats who wrote the law and the Democrats who ran the unions decided to raid the pension funds for themselves and their posterity.
But to win this case, then, you would have to prove that they originally gamed the system and it was an unfair, unjustly arrived at law.
What could possibly be fair about giving somebody a $31,000 benefit for one day's work? Only the government could do that.
Under the terms of the union contract, it was fair and valid.
No, under the terms of the union contract, it was lawful, but the law is profoundly unjust.
So, you think it should be overturned?
You are not very credible when pretending to favor big government, Mr. Varney.
I'm not favoring big Take that back. Wash your mouth out, Judge.
All right.
But you get the point.
I do get the point.
You are proposing to really overturn a huge deal, which would save Illinois, but really mess up a signed contract.
Yes. Yes, I am suggesting that an Illinois state judge or a federal judge who doesn't have to worry about Illinois politics should do that.
So big law would interrupt big government.
Well, it would save the taxpayers from being milked dry by the bizarre confederacy of Democrats running the union and Democrats running the legislature and not caring about future generations of taxpayers.
You know, I would give you a 9 out of 10 for today's performance.
It's very nice to hear that.
I mean, you slipped to a 6 on the question of war, but you got right back up again on overturning unjust contracts.
Now, notwithstanding your effort to change my mind.
No, you didn't mention once that I'm holding here, watch this, in my sweaty little hands, the U.S., it says, the U.S. Constitution and fascinating facts about it.
Do you like the idea of a written constitution, Mr. Varney?
I will not answer that question. I will simply say that this is a well-worn and well-thumbed copy of the Constitution, as you can see.
Happy to see it in your good and capable hands.